All right, we've got notes today on adding integers with counters and zero pairs. So the first thing we need to do is fill in this little vocabulary blurb over here with what in the world is a zero pair. So let's jot that down. Zero pair is going to be our word in the middle. And our definition is a positive and negative that cancel out. So an illustration we could do is a nice big positive and a nice big negative. We might take our marker and just draw a line through them, right? I have $1, I spend $1. Now I have no money, right? We've just canceled out what we have. We're left with zero. Zero pair. A pair that totals up to 0. So some examples could be -3 and +3. 102 and -102, right? The opposites. If I have $102 and I spend $102, I now have $0. If I'm in debt $3 to my sibling and then I pay them back $3, I owe them $0. Some non-examples would be when those don't match up or don't cancel out evenly. So -3 and +5, or 102 and -8. Right? There's not enough to cancel those out. So what we're going to do to start is look at how we can utilize zero pairs and a little diagram to help us solve problems where we are adding integers. So the first thing we're going to do is go back to our knowledge of positive versus negative using our magic Harry Potter wand of fingers, right? We're going to cover up everything except the first number. And so I've got -5 plus 3. So I cover up everything except that first number. Is that a negative or a positive? It's a negative, and we're going to jot that down up top. Take your finger and cover up just that first number, and now we can see that that is a +3. All right, there's a plus sign in front of it. Now I'm going to draw my model with 5 negatives and 3 positives. So I'm going to draw them nice and big so you can see them. Negative, 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 and 3 positives. Right, and then I'm going to cancel out any zero pairs I have, a positive and a negative, that they're going to total out to 0. So positive and negative, positive and negative, positive and negative. Now I'm left with 2 negatives, so my answer is -2. Everything canceled out except those 2 negatives that were left over. All right, let's do our next example. Again, take your magic Harry Potter wand of a finger, cover up everything except the first number. Is it positive or negative? We've got a -4. Cover up everything. Cover up that first number. Do we have a positive or -2? We're adding, but what are we adding? A -2. All right, so let's draw our diagram. We've got 4 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 negatives. All right, do we have any zero pairs, a positive and a negative that cancel out? This one, we don't. There's nothing for us to cancel out, so I'm going to circle all my leftovers. In this case is everything I even drew. And I'm going to make a note that there are no zero pairs. There was nothing for us to cancel out. So to find my answer, I'm just going to count everything we've got, which is 6 negatives. So my answer is -6. Right, and then we would just continue the same for all of these extra little problems as well. So we'll do maybe just one more together. All right, take your finger, cover up everything except the first number. We've got a -3. Same thing over here. Cover up that first number. We've got a +3. And then we can draw our diagram. 1, 2, 3 negatives. 1, 2, 3 positives. And we look for zero pairs. We have a positive and a negative that will cancel out. And we do. Positive and negative, positive and negative, positive and negative. What are we left with? Nothing. So our answer is 0. All right, and there we have it. And we're just circling what we have left, and whatever we have left is the answer to our problem utilizing 0 pairs. Now, as you can tell, this is a great way to visually see what is happening with these problems. However, when we start getting into much larger numbers, this method sometimes can become incredibly tedious. So this is one method to utilize. We're going to learn several, and you're going to choose which one you feel works the best for you. And then in different situations, you might find that one is maybe more efficient than some of the others. So you might choose to do that one. All right, takeaways from this. Adding integers with counters and 0 pairs. A 0 pair is a positive and a negative that cancels out, right? You have a dollar, spend $1, now we have no money. Or you owe $1, you pay back the $1, and now you owe no money. So we cancel out our 0 pairs, and then whatever we are left with in our diagram becomes the answer to our problem. All right, there we go. Adding integers with counters and 0 pairs.